Hello, everybody. I just got my Monochest from MonoWear Design.com, and I thought that maybe I'd show you guys what it looks like, in case you guys are curious, how it works, and kind of give you the pros and the cons to it, since this is something that I know I've been waiting for quite some time. So let's go ahead and get into it. So this is one of the four versions that you can get from their website. That's MonoWearDesign.com. This just came out in the beginning of, maybe it was, yeah, the beginning of this month, February, or maybe it was late. I don't know. It just came out really recently. I've only had it for a couple of weeks. And so far, I really like it. So this is one of four different models you can get. So this is like it's brown with a gray interior, kind of a black gray set. I think there's other ones like an aqua one, white one, and a black one, and they just have different contrasting insides colors. This I thought was pretty cool. This one seemed to sell out the fastest, and then I think it came back up online, and then it sold out again. So I think right now the black and the brown are kind of in and out in terms of supply because it looks like they are the most popular. So anyway, keep that in mind if you head over to the website to check that out. So really quick, let me show you guys how this works and what the heck this thing is. So I was actually looking for when I got my Apple Watches, I started getting bands from MonoWear and realized that I needed to keep them somewhere. And I have very small boxes that I was putting them in, and it got to be a real pain in the butt. And they're pretty expensive, maybe $50 to $100 depending on what kinds you get. So I had been hoping that MonoWear was going to do something like this, and they did, because it makes perfect sense. This is a great way basically to store your watches, or I should say your watch bands, safely, securely. Now, this guy I'll explain in a second on the right side, but for right now, I'll just cover the other chambers you guys can see here. So these are essentially, you see the center two, this is actually the olive nylon band, and this is the blue leather band, actually. They fit pretty much perfectly in here, and also make sure that these little guys aren't standing up. If the little things are standing up, not in here, but over here, it'll actually stop the thing from closing all the way. So this is the Apple band. This is just the little rubber pieces. There's a reason why this is laid out this way. I'll explain that in a sec. But essentially, most of the watch bands one would probably get kind of match up to here, and then you've got this longer one for essentially, I guess it'd be like for travel or whatever, or just for overnight charging of your watch. By the way, I should mention I have the 38 millimeter Sport. That's the size here, so it looks like it's plenty of room for if you had the larger bands, but I don't know. I guess you'd have to look into that, but it looks like it's got plenty of room. I'll let that sit there. You can see some space right there. So anyway, this is essentially, I guess, supposed to be really a charger slash storage device. Right here, you guys can see back here that little channel. This is made for the charger itself that comes with the Apple Watch. So you place it. Obviously, you have to make sure that it's the concave side. It's supposed to be facing the watch itself. But then you kind of run the line down here or run it down here, and by doing so, you can kind of like hide it. Right? It's either going to come out this way, or if you have it in your bedstand like this, it'll come out the top and kind of be squirreled away behind. Hopefully your nightstand or something like that. For me, I already have a couple of different Apple Watch chargers, and so my cord is actually tied up with a 12 South charger, and so I don't really need it for this. But this again is a great way to just kind of display, your watch wristbands. So anyway, I will say that this is $100, and although it seems like pretty tight, these guys come on or close basically via magnet, which is pretty cool. I don't know exactly where the magnets are, but it's pretty solid. This is the kind of material you would feel on the inside of, let's say, like an iPad case or whatever. It's very soft. Seems pretty responsive in terms of how it works, and it locks into place. There is like no space between these things, which is pretty awesome. Like they butt right up against each other, which I think is really nice. It's nice, like kind of tight cut. I think that the outside, obviously not leather. It's some kind of like a polyurethane or something like that. I'm not sure. Still feels really great, and I'm sure it's going to be super easy to clean, which is nice. I don't know why you'd have to clean it off, but I guess maybe if you traveled with it or something like that. So, this right here, by the way, should also mention it's super soft. Like it's actually boggling my mind as to what this is actually made out of because it's super super soft. It's obviously plastic. I'm gonna pop this up real quick so you guys can actually see what I'm talking about. But it's super super soft. So I don't know, if it wasn't even a MonoWear wristband, let's say it's something else, you could feel pretty confident that it's going to take care of it, I would think. These little guys right here are like pretty hard rubber. I know I'm not doing a very good job here of showing that off, but essentially these guys obviously keep them in place, so they're not going to go anywhere. This channel right here, the long one right there, is actually meant for the metal wristbands that kind of go continuous in terms of their design, so they go kind of straight up and down, and there is no kind of, they basically overlap right here. So that's the option. I just found that I just stick my my standard sport band right in here. It fits fine. I only use them anyway, kind of rarely. So anyway, I think it's a great setup. In regards to, I guess, the value, I mean, I really like this. There's a caveat though, like in terms of the cost I paid, or the price you pay for it. It's set up right now for $100, and it's set up like it's probably just temporary, but it's $100 plus you get a free bonus band with the item. Basically, it's totally free. So it's randomized. There's no way you can actually ask them for it, and I don't know how long they're going to do that promotion for. But I was kind of expecting to get a nylon version, maybe in pink or something. They have all kinds of interesting colors up there. There are more popular colors out there. I completely lucked out, and I got this guy right here, the leather band, blue band, which is awesome. It's like an $80, $80 value or something like that. I think these guys are maybe 60. I can't remember, but anyway, it's online. Anyway, I got this guy, so I feel super lucky, very happy to have this, just because I feel like I got a pretty good value based on the fact this guy's included. I don't know if I would pay $100 if it wasn't for the band that I got free with it. I could totally see this being like a $50 item, and I would totally have snatched it up. The other thing that, and hey, like beggars can't be choosers, I really like this. But the one thing I would say is that I already have a couple of chargers, and I didn't mean to get two. I just managed to get one, and then there was a better one that came out. So I don't need any chargers. So I would love it if this just stored, just the bands again and had a hold on in there. I wouldn't need it for traveling. It could open up in the center, whatever. But for me, it would be about storing the watch bands, not about traveling or charging at the same time. So I get why they did it, and I think it's a smart move on their part. But anyway, I'm wondering if they might come out with a bigger one later or something like that. But yeah, I think that's worth the purchase. Very happy with it. And I think MonoWear did a great job with it. One thing I will mention too, just a very minor thing, you might be able to see a little bit of that right there. There's a little bit of wear. I mean, this is straight. I mean, I ordered this at I got the email, I saw it at least at maybe 9 o'clock in the morning or something, so I ordered it right away. And so this is first batch production, but I assume anyway. But they had this kind of sleeve on there, right? The sleeve kind of slides onto it, tells you what you're buying, what you're getting, I should say. But the problem is, I guess maybe that was it. Maybe it was just too tight or something, because it kind of managed to, wear that down a little bit. Usually I would totally care about something like this, but I don't at all, given the fact that they gave me a free $80 band that I actually really like. So anyway, I'm good with it. So hopefully that was helpful, guys and gals. Maybe it was a little bit boring, but if you have any questions, you guys can go ahead and post them in the bottom under the comments section below, and I will go ahead and answer them. So happy shopping. Thanks, guys, for watching.